guys, welcome to How to Play Toribash. My name is ConCon, and today's episode is about tips and tricks on understanding Aikido. So first thing you should know is Aikido is probably the most played mod in Toribash, so yeah, you're going to come across it a few times, if not all the time. So yeah, let's get to it. So what exactly is Aikido? So basically Aikido is where you fight your opponent within a dojo, hence the square on the ground indicated by these black lines. And basically, only your hands and feet may touch the inside of this dojo. Basically, if your knee hits the ground, you get disqualified, like such. So anything that is not your hands or your feet that touches the ground, let's say a knee, a hip, anywhere else on your body, if that touches the ground inside the dojo, you're disqualified. The same goes for your opponent. So if you make your opponent's face kiss the floor, he's going to be disqualified and you will win the match. But as for the outside of the dojo, anything gets disqualified. If your hand lands outside the dojo, you're disqualified. All you gotta really do in Aikido is make sure you don't get disqualified yourself, because Aikido is about disqualifying your opponent before they can disqualify you in a way. So yeah. Aikido also has a very high gravity, so basically staying inside the ring is pretty easy. Not like in free play where you can do the same movement and fly up in the sky or something. Here you kind of fall straight back down, with it being really different from the default gravity in single player. So be aware that the gravity in Aikido is very high, and it's much easier to control your Tori and basically do cool moves. And you'll notice that everything is hard to break as well. Whereas in single player, that would have decapitated Yuk, but instead, this just fractured his neck. So yeah, so keep that in mind as well, because some moves that you try in free play will not work exactly the same in Aikido, because they're basically essentially different mods. Because there are so many different approaches to Aikido, every person has their own Aikido fighting style. And this will be different for everyone, even you guys. None of you are going to have the exact same fighting skill. Everyone plays a different way and understands Aikido in a different kind of light and stuff like that. So basically, you got to figure out your own way of understanding Aikido, but I will help you along with my own personal tips and how I play, and share my kind of approach to Aikido so that you can understand it in your own way and develop your own kind of understanding of what Aikido really is. So basically, my first rule that I keep for myself is to try stay on my feet. I mean, sometimes when I kick, I end up losing balance a lot, and that's a very big thing in Aikido. When you lose balance, you greatly risk falling out of the ring or hitting any other joint on the ground and risk a disqualification, losing the match. So basically, you don't want to get disqualified. So staying on your feet is a surefire way of, well, winning a match, just because you're on your feet. And you'll have a huge degree of balance and everything like that. So learn to play around with your hips and keep your balance all in one spot. You don't want to like jump up with your legs like this or something and just have some random position where you're about to fall on the ground and it's not working out. So try to keep your feet on the ground as perfectly as you can. Jumping is also not something I'd recommend, because look, how am I gonna like land in this ring properly again without having to work on my skill to kind of basically force myself to land in the ring, which makes things a lot harder, and then I could probably just fall out the ring like this and lose the match and look like a total noob because I just jumped and failed kind of thing. But yeah, so generally stay on your feet, keep your balance at all costs. You can kick if you want, as long as you know how to control your own balance, because I've seen a lot of people take kicks and basically just fall over because they can't keep the balance themselves. My next tip would be to strike with your arms as soon as you can, and I like to get my arms immediately into the fight as soon as I can. This can be done by like contracting your right pecs, extending your left pecs, and then left rotating chest. Those three simple joints will make your whole Aikido basis fight off of that. You can even do it the opposite way around if you want, depending on how you like to play, but I like to attack from the right side because I'm just used to it. And then you can either do whatever you want with the rest of your body and change all different things of how you want to play. And remember, try grab your opponent, because sometimes not grabbing your opponent can lead to you falling out the ring, especially if you don't have the knowledge of how to save yourself inside the ring. So yeah, try grab your opponent, but not forever. Like, there's a limit to how long you should hold your opponent for. I mean, a lot of people like to hold on for like the whole match, and that like really frustrates me sometimes, because I'm one of those people who likes to let go halfway through the match and stuff like that, because it changes the match completely. And when you have that unexpectedness in Toribash, that can mean a win for you, because unexpectedness is, well, unexpected for your opponent. He's not expecting that because basically what's happening here? We're both looking at a form of a ghost of what's happening with his old moves and my current moves. You can see the ghost changes with each preview. If he does something unexpected, my ghost will not come true in a way. So basically, if I'm flying out the ring and he changes something and somehow makes me fly back in the ring or some opposite kind of direction or something like that, it changes the match completely. So try be unexpected when you can, but not so unexpected that you actually lose control of your own Tori and basically lose the fight in whole. So yeah, just stay on your feet, keep your balance, and try be unpredictable as much as you can. And remember to let go sometimes. You don't always want to hold on. You want to try do some random stuff and just play around and learn new things. Heck, you can even win in different kinds of ways. I mean, I could just let him go here, and he's just gonna like fall out the ring his own way over there. I just kick him out there. Go away. Go away, Yuke. No one wants you. So yeah, basically that's it. As you play more and more Aikido, you'll notice a lot of opponents like to lift you up and will sometimes also throw you out the ring, shovel, and do all sorts of things that you will kind of see as like very hard to compete against. Because sometimes when you're getting lifted out the ring like that, it's kind of impossible or very, very, very difficult to kind of come back into the ring and fight properly, where you kind of feel like you're being unfairly beaten in a way. Most people do this regularly, like something like shoveling or something like this, not done exactly like this, but just for the general idea, I'm just gonna do this quick one here. I'm actually gonna probably fail here. Let me just try to get this fucking arm back in the ring. Yeah, not gonna happen. That's great. Let's see. Well, we win anyway. So yeah, basically, if you get shoveled like that, pushed out the ring, you can't save yourself. The only way that I can help you with one quick tip to basically counter all sorts of things like this is to keep your weight low down to the ground. So if you keep all your weight going downwards as much as you can, like even by just doing a simple thing like this or whatever, basically just keep your weight downwards. If you see your opponent is about to like pick you up or shovel you or something like that, you want to keep as low as possible because that makes it very, very difficult for your opponent to carry on with his attack in a way. So yeah, like as you can see here, this is just some random move. I wouldn't suggest copying this because this looks extremely dangerous. So yeah, just keep your weight down, because how is your opponent gonna lift you up if you're under him in a way? Because like that makes no sense logically. He won't be able to lift you up if you're under him essentially. So keep your opponent's weight above you and yours under him, and that will basically help you avoid being shoveled. And remember to use your torso, because using your torso can help in a great many circumstances to basically keep yourself safe and all sorts of other means of winning a match. And remember, I'd also like you guys to keep in mind that the best defense is a good offense. So yeah, basically what that means is when your opponent's attacking you and basically going for the kill and he's much better than you in a way, and you're like struggling to beat him, try defend yourself against him, because if you can defend yourself against him, he'll basically likely make a mistake trying to attack you using every single means possible. All you gotta do is keep defending until a spot opens up where he makes a stupid like little mistake or something, and that's when you can come in and like basically take the fight from him and just win everything and take all them cookies home. So basically for your lesson I want you guys to take today is to go in-game and play Aikido for a bit and keep in mind the things that I mentioned, like the balance and the keeping your weight down to avoid being lifted or thrown out the ring and stuff like that, and try grasp your own understanding of how Toribash works so that you can basically figure a few things out for yourself and design your own opener perhaps, or all sorts of things that you would like to play like, and basically develop your whole game from that one single point and give it lots of thought, and try avoid doing dangerous moves and stuff like that, and learn what is dangerous and what isn't, and how to use your wrists, and just practice all sorts of different things you can, because in the long run it will help you completely, like amazingly, like seriously, like Yuke's out of the ring, GG kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and stay tuned for the next tutorial. See ya guys.